All right, so we are going to hold hands and do this together. So one of the things that I did coming up on 2 years ago was write out the actual limiting beliefs that I have been holding on to for decades. I started them in my phone and I have transferred them over to my Google Drive so I will be able to actually read through them. Now that I've had some time to really work through them, it's been 2.5 years, maybe coming up on 2.5 years, and I'm going to read all some of them because it is 32 altogether. But here's what started it for me. I wrote in the beginning of this, and I'm reading it from what I wrote. When it came to my limiting beliefs, I had none of my own. I believed I could do anything naturally. It was the fears and animosity of others that sank into my subconscious. So eventually I started doing the work for them because that meant love. If I listen to you, that means I love you. Even if you are taking me down where I'm not supposed to be, if I listen to you and I show you that I'm listening to you by doing the things that you are telling me I need to do, then I'm honoring my elders. I am listening to those who know more and are smarter than me. I'm not being the problem child that I was always told I was. I had none of my own. When I tell you, I thought I was Tommy Pickles. The only thing I didn't have was a screwdriver in my diaper. I thought I was Tommy Pickles. I could do anything. You're not going to get in my way. You're not going to. Very much, Phineas, I know what we're going to do today. That is how I was. That was who I was naturally. And the uncomfortability of other people, how it made them feel weird, cringe, all like, that sunk so deep in me that I stopped. I stopped being who I was. I stopped acknowledging this edge I had that came naturally. I didn't have to fight for it. I didn't have to knock somebody else's light off or knock somebody else's like stuff off their head to make room for me. That was just who I was. And whether through jealousy, envy, the belief that you have that you're not supposed to, so I will be taking that by, unscrewing the top of your head and dumping this into you through religiosity, through guilt and shame. The main two that really had me screwed up. I've been taught and continued to believe that my wholeness is an inconvenience, and that our resiliency my way through neglect and denial of self. I've been taught to never be at my fullest strength, that me releasing is a hindrance and an inconvenience. To stay broken helps others around me to find wholeness. Bitch. This was really me tapping into what I denied myself for years. I denied myself my power. I denied myself my own acknowledgement. I denied myself my anger. I denied myself so much of my history. I just believed that if I went with the status quo, and specifically the status quo that was put on top of me, not even on no societal mess, like the status quo that was specific to me because of how I came to be, because of the people involved, and because of how their name, their platforms, their whichever could be affected by me moving too much, by me acknowledging too much, by me making too much noise. I resigned myself to be quiet, to learn silence, and believe that if I stayed broken, other people would find wholeness. I would not take up too much space or any space at all so they can find what they need. I had to not be who I already was so other people could find what they needed, even if they didn't want it, as long as they had it. That's all that mattered. All the other things, everything else along with that, is the spoils of war. That's what happens. It's just, what you gonna do? One of the ones that I had always felt deep down and has been very intentional why I got my worthy tattoo is I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of these things that I wanted to be growing up, but on a deeper level, I'm not worthy of safety. I'm not worthy of the truth. I'm not worthy of protection. I'm not worthy because I caused my mom too much harm by having the audacity to continue existing and choosing to not go along with the plans that they had for me. I made too much noise. I picked up on the things that were happening and questioned things. So you're not worthy of having any deeper connection or conversation with you, because we know deep down you're going to take whatever we're telling you and really unpack it. Really point out, yo, this ain't making sense, and we can't have that. Yeah, we share blood. Yeah, we share a pew. Yeah, we share a classroom. Yeah, we share a bed. But I can't have you being more, because then that's going to cause me to have to go within and find my more. I don't want to do that. I've been skirting along this long as is. I ain't never had nobody come in to try to make things cause me to look a different way. So in me not protecting you, it is showing you that you are overstepping these bounds. You'll get protection when you fall in line. I am not protecting you when you are out of step. And we're going to make sure that you know that. It's only going to go wrong because of you. Everything that could go wrong is your fault. That was a belief system that was put in me specifically. I had grown adult people tell me that life was better before I got here. People that were 16 plus years older than me. Life was better before I got here. It's only going to go wrong because of you. The moment you touch it, the moment you engage with it, it all goes wrong. Because again, here comes the person who is putting things up to the light and going, that don't look right. That don't make sense. Why are we doing that? Why are we saying that? Why are we all going there? We literally are watching the bodies. We're stepping over the limbs and we're seeing the carnage and everything. Why are we continuing to go this way? This is the way we always did. Why are you over here? That's why we wanted that. I heard that. I heard that my entire life. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should already know, because as far as I know, and at least with any of the, the body check I do every day, is I ain't got that chip yet to show that I can read minds. I know I'm very intuitive. I know as a Virgo, I got a whole bunch of stuff that's always happening up here. I've yet to do the OS upgrade to my reading, but because I have had the idiom of "you've been here before" held over my head so many times that I'm supposed to be able to read your mind. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I did yesterday. And why can't you know this thing I didn't tell you? And then why are you reacting to me being upset at you for the thing I didn't tell you? Why can't you just know this? I'll do a part 2.